Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. Scott Kirby, Joe Ryan, Jake Johnston, Lloyd Kirby, Jim Ash with you this morning at the Jakes. You come on in today at 10 o'clock, and he'll let you make it your own.
Was that my cue?
Yeah.
Oh. Good day, sports fans. Lots of deals going on out here.
Lots of deals.
Lots of deals.
I mean, you always have deals.
Yeah.
You know.
We got the sit and sleep sale, or there might have been something published on the Facebook site again.
What's a sit and sleep sale? Explain.
Just
like recliners and
mattresses, sofa sleepers, regular sofas, anything you can sit on, anything you can sleep on. Joe's getting a little closer. Good morning, Joseph.
Good morning.
That's Joe.
How are you, ladies?
Satriani.
Joe Satriani. Let's put some Satch Boogie on today. Nice job. Nice job, Jim.
Nice job.
You don't even know who that is.
Oh, he knows Joe Satriani.
I don't know.
Jim and I are rockers, man. Rockers.
Yeah. Rockers from way back.
Something, all right.
We know what we're talking about.
A lot has changed in the last 4 years.
Well, fellas, it's November 4th. We have a new World Series champion as the Houston Astros.
Houston Astros.
Your Houston Astros.
You've always been an Astro fan. You and Lloyd.
I
Since day one.
Yep.
Yeah,
big Astro guy.
Yeah.
I went to the Astrodome back during my 8th grade year in grade school. I saw a big Astros game. That was fun.
Yeah.
Lloyd changed his Facebook picture. He's got a full uniform. You should have worn that today.
Oh, yeah. He does have the retro throwback.
Boy, those are some ugly
Hardy's uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
I thought their uniforms in that last game looked good. Those are sharp. I thought that orange and stuff. That looked good.
Yeah. Did it look good, Joe?
I thought they looked good.
Most people pay attention to the game. Pay attention to the uniforms.
I'm going to tell you what. That's what George Costanza did with the Yankees. He helped out with the uniforms and got some things squared away there.
There you go. Yep.
So the Houston Astros are the winners of the World Series in Game 7. It was a pretty exciting series. Not so much Game 7. They kind of quieted the bats of the Dodgers.
There was some excitement during the game, but just for one team.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the back and forth, 10, 12 runs, that they did previous games. But, congratulations to the Astros. Their first World Series win. They were in the World Series back in 2005 as National Leaguers. Mm-hmm. And do we know who beat them? Wait. That'd be a good trivia. Do we have anything to give away?
Yes. Beds, sofas, recliners, chairs, tables. We got all kinds of things.
Do you mind if we give a recliner away? I'm going to say he does mind. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If you call us at 737-3791 and tell us who beat the Houston Astros as they were in the National League back in 2005, you're going to win a surprise. Ooh. And we will let you know when you call in.
About that surprise.
Well,
there's somebody calling
already. All right. You're on the air. Who are we talking with this morning? Nobody.
Jim hung up on him.
There might be some malfunction over here with the network.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling.
It wasn't plugged in. All right, let's try this again. Good morning. Who are we talking with this morning?
Good morning. This is Dean. How you guys doing this morning?
We're doing good, Dean. Are you calling in with an answer or just to say hello to your neighbor?
Well, I'd say hi to my neighbor, but I also want to win.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Do you know what you're winning? What would you like to win? And I'll tell you if we have it.
I'm sure Jake will come up with something good on this, so I'll just leave it to him.
Jake's giving us a look right now.
Wait a minute. This wasn't my giveaway.
Oh, all right. Well, who beat the Astros back in?
Hey, that would be the Chicago White Sox in 4 games.
Yep, in 4 games, swept them.
And who was the MVP of that World Series?
Was it Konerko?
Was it?
It's been a few years ago, and I think it might have been, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, you're still a winner.
Yeah, and what does he win?
Always have been.
Yep.
Okay, a Stuffed-A-Rhea pizza, Jim says. So we're giving away pizzas.
Hey, that sounds great.
I'll tell you what, we'll give it to Jake. He can give it to you. I don't know if you'll get it or not.
Not the pizza. It'll be a gift card. It won't be the pizza.
Oh. Well, I mean, if you were a nice neighbor,
won't go get the pizza
bring
for
the
it?
pizza.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point. If that
Yeah,
happens,
as long as it makes it home, it doesn't matter what it is.
I'll be honest, and my wife will verify this, that when I pick up pizza, it does not enter the house complete.
I believe
So
that.
there's grease all over your car.
Oh
is
yeah.
what you're saying.
No, there's nothing
Some
gets
shirts are
spilled.
grease stained.
Oh. There's
Shirts may be grease stained, but nothing's in the car.
I got plenty of those.
All right, Dean. Well, thanks for calling us
All
this
right,
morning.
you bet.
You enjoy the rest of the weekend.
All
Have a good day, young man.
See you later, Jake.
Thanks, Dean.
Yeah, back in 2005, the Houston Astros were in the National League, obviously, and the White Sox. I forgot that they swept them in 4 games. There was some controversy leading up just for the White Sox to get to the World Series. If you guys remember, you know who they played to get to the World Series. You know, they played in the NLCS or the ALCS, I guess it would have been.
It wasn't Boston, was it?
It was Angels.
Angels. Okay.
And you remember the Przinsky was up to the plate.
Oh yes.
And he swung, and I guess the ball hit the dirt. The catcher caught it. Well, instead of throwing down to first, the catcher just kind of tossed it back to the mound. Well, Przinsky made it to first, and from there was another hit or two. The White Sox, they end up winning that game. I don't think that was a decisive game, but
Wasn't the controversy because he was walking back towards the dugout?
I don't think Przinsky was, because he kind of, maybe he took a step back. I don't know.
No,
I don't know
I'm thinking he took 2 or 3 steps towards the dugout and then saw him flip the ball out there, and then he took off running. And they were saying, well, he's out of the baselines, which that's actually not. You can actually kind of run all the way over the dugout and still run the first that way. So
well, I think
longer.
They may have changed that rule then, because I think you're right. If you don't make an attempt, if you make a move towards the dugout, you're just automatically out. I think that's how it's worded now. You know how rules change in Section 16.1, paragraph 3.
Why'd they move?
Sounds like Scott's gearing up
League?
for youth basketball again.
Why? Well, because the speaking of, we'll get to that in a little bit. But the National League Central back then had 6 teams in the division, whereas your American League West only had 4. So them moving to the West kind of evened up.
And what year was that? Gosh,
it hasn't been that long ago. Obviously, after
to me they're a National League team, but they're not.
Maybe 5-6 years.
Yeah, that's about where I was thinking. I was thinking 4 actually.
Maybe 4, but yeah, it hadn't been very well.
No, it's been more than that.
That's been more than that. I think.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have an answer here in a minute, because our Googler is Googling.
Googler.
So yeah, pretty exciting World Series. Going to be a lot of shuffling going on now with free agents.
I still feel like that was one of the best World Series that I remember.
It was good.
I mean, some friends of mine, of course, was saying 2011 with the Cardinals, and other Cub fans are throwing in last year. And last year was unbelievable. But I really think that this year was
a simple answer would be good. I don't want to watch a YouTube.
That's that controversial.
No, is he complaining?
Who?
No, he's just.
No, I don't complain. I just state the facts, Joe.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts, Lloyd.
But back to the series, there was games that was monster back and forth.
Lloyd says only 4 years. So
wow,
I thought it was longer than that. That's not very long, really.
No.
Who was right, Jim? Thanks.
You had no decisive answer. Yeah, I was going to say somewhere around there too.
I just didn't want to make you feel bad.
Oh, well, since when? You love making me feel bad.
Say, yeah, have you changed?
Yeah. Have you changed your ways?
Did you try something new starting November 1st?
That is correct.
Are you being nice?
Wrong.
Fake news.
Wrong. But you're saying that you think this might be the most entertaining World Series of all time.
Of all that I remember. Like
Joe, that just doesn't include you, because there's a lot more for you to remember.
I can't remember anything.
And I'm for me, being a Cardinal fan, 2011 I think was the best Cardinals World Series. However, with that, Game 6 and 7 were great to me. 7 wasn't really a great game. 6 was unbelievable. Now 6 may have been the best game I remember of all time.
For the Cardinals?
In World Series.
Oh.
Just that one game. But the rest of the series, there's one game that was a big blowout by the Cardinals. Pujols had about his only big game of any World Series. And then the rest of the series was just kind of blah each game.
Right.
This game was, this series, you turn the channel and something major could have happened.
I went to bed a couple of times, and you wake up to see the score, and you're like, "Oh crap!
How
did that happen?"
Yeah,
because it was Dodgers up 3, Houston ties it up, Houston up 3, Dodgers tie it up, and being a Cubs fan, my favorite World Series of the Cubs was 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I wasn't around in 1908.
And that was fun, huh? Winning it.
Oh, I tell you, it was fun. But looking back, it was just my life was consumed.
That's where you're supposed to play the Cubs song. See, that's been a nice.
I was consumed in it for a whole month. There's other factors.
But you had other things invested in that too. Obviously, you being a big fan, but also with family and whatnot. So
right. My dad passes away the game 1 of the Dodgers Cubs series last year, so it was more emotional,
sure,
but it consumed me for a full month. I was just consumed. Nothing else mattered. I go home, even if there wasn't a game on, I'm turning on Comcast Sports to watch replays, and up till about 2 or 3 months ago, I had it taped, Game 7 of the World Series.
He was reliving it.
Nothing on TV? Well, guess what? I'm going to watch Game 7 again.
But then again, as a Cardinal fan, I would rewind that Game 6 and hit play.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't have that game anymore because I'm switching over to Comcast today, and you lose everything on your DVR.
Plug. Did we blur that out? Did we blur that out? How does that work?
We're radio, not TV. I can say whatever I want. You just can't cuss. There's only a few words you can't say on the radio.
I've said them both.
There's been a few mishaps on
and
this.
A few. Yeah, a couple.
I got a warning from the FCC.
Yeah. Big old fine. And that's why Jim's not busting out the gold card, because he's too busy paying all of our fines. Yeah, so Jim, we're going to clean it up.
Yeah, one of these days we want to go wireless.
Yeah, we're going wireless, and we're going somewhere.
We're going somewhere.
Yeah.
Out of Logan County.
Maybe.
Somewhere.
Might be Sangamon County, but we're going somewhere.
Going to Sangamo.
Yeah, so baseball season's over. Going to be a lot of shuffling, a lot of big free agents. Jake Arrieta being one of them.
That's right.
Supposed to call him.
Where's he going?
I got squared away.
Oh, okay. Huh? Where's he going? I don't think he's coming back to the Cubs. You think he's going to Yankees?
I think he's going to the Yankees.
I've heard Houston. I've heard
Houston's got Verlander, and
he's a free agent.
Pretty loaded. No,
you think he's staying?
No,
he's not.
He's got like 4 more years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was like it's kind of a no-brainer pickup. Yeah.
Well,
especially if he can keep throwing at 96.
Yeah, Yankees. You say they're losing CC.
They're losing CC.
So
he had a big contract. Todd CC. Todd CC's
he's staying at Grau.
Yeah. I think. Yeah,
Todd
CC's.
They need him in the
Grau, I guess. Yep.
So that's. I feel like he's going to fill in a gap. I think some team's going to have to overpay for him because he wants a big contract.
It's going to be his final contract.
Yeah, he has made no bones about it that he is going for max dollars that he can get, which most players do. But that pretty much eliminates the Cubs, I think, in that one.
Yeah. The Cubs need more than one arm. They need.
Well, not only that, but they also have the big contracts coming up with Rizzo and Bryant and shortstop and shortstop number 2.
Yeah, so it's going to be. Usually things start heating up December, winter meetings. Things start happening. So we'll see. But on the line right now, we have a special guest caller. And who are we talking with this morning?
Hey, this is Blake Jones.
Blake Jones. And Blake, you got something going on today, don't you?
Yep, we're up here in Peoria eating some breakfast right now. About to go to the state meet for cross country.
What does a cross country runner, what does he have for a pre-race
Do you think it's different than what we have for breakfast?
Oh, I guarantee it.
Okay, go ahead, Blake.
I had a cup of cereal and an egg and a piece of sausage.
That's it.
Yeah.
Any coffee?
No, just water.
Just water.
Just water. Hey, where's the race at today? I mean, in Peoria, but where at?
Detweiler Park.
Detweiler Park. Blake, it's kind of a dreary, cool Saturday morning. Do you prefer this type of weather, or would you rather it be warmer?
This is perfect weather for me.
Perfect.
Honestly, it's 50s, and they took out the rain, so
Okay.
that's always upside now.
All right.
Blake, you've had a lot of success. What time do you think it would take today to win it? Win it all.
To win,
Yes.
low 14s.
Low 14s. And what's your best time overall ever?
15:09.
15:09. Okay.
Can you knock a minute off of that today?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just you gotta move your legs a little bit faster. It's not that big.
Downhill, hit some downhill speeds.
Yeah.
So, as you lead up to this, what's your training been like? Does it get more strenuous, or do you back off and let your legs rest and take off, or is that under Coach Mason's guidance?
Yeah. I mean, Coach K has good guidance for me. You know, we back off a little bit and add a little more short speed stuff to get the speed and leg turnover going. Just kind of have your legs feeling good going into the day.
Now, how long is a cross country race, Blake? How many is it? Like 2 miles, 3 miles?
3 miles.
3 miles. And is there? Do you know the course, and do you kind of game plan for it as far as pacing yourself? And just on top of that, do you have coaches throughout the course where they kind of feed you information, or is it when you go, you're on your own?
No, it's this course is a good spectator-friendly course. We have a good crowd, and I have a lot of people come to watch, and our coaches will be there at the mile marks and half-mile marks, telling me what my times are and my place.
Okay.
We have pretty good strategy for today, so hopefully just
Is it like golf, though? Like, when you're in the golf state tournament, you go over early, you play the course a couple times or something. Did you go over and run it a few times? I mean, I know you've ran it before, but
we ran a few times earlier this season, and then we went on a little practice run yesterday. So I know the course on the back of my hand.
I heard Coach Mason's been running that too. She's been running too.
Yeah, she keeps up with me for about 2 miles. I mean, then she takes off, and she loses me.
Well, we were figuring up here we could stay with you for a mile or so, I think, can't we?
I was thinking maybe 20 steps.
About 45 the first mile. So.
How long can your dad stay with you?
Probably the first 100, maybe.
That's where we're at. A little less than that. We're around 100 yards, aren't we?
Yeah, that's if I take off slow.
Now, Blake, you a senior this year?
Yeah.
And you advanced. Did you were at state last year, weren't you? Or was it?
Yep.
Okay, and then
45th.
You end up 45th.
Yep.
Now, this is probably a loaded question, and maybe shouldn't ask it. But how do you foresee yourself finishing today? I mean, you got another year experience. You know what you're doing. Do you have any? Obviously, you have high expectations, but can we get a top 10 finish at least?
Probably not. I mean, top 25 medals, and that's kind of the goal.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, top 25.
And then sub 15, break 15 today, and that should probably put me even higher than top 25, maybe top 15.
Now, how many people are running this race? Is it everybody at once, or are there different heats?
There's going to be our boys 2A heat, which will probably have 200 and some given runners, and then there's also 1A through 3A, and there's going to be boys and girls racing each. There's probably 1,500 kids total.
So how many kids are running your race? You say 200?
200 and some, yeah.
So it's important probably to get an early lead so you didn't get caught up in the traffic. Is that correct?
Yeah, the course is kind of shaped like a bottleneck course, like a triangle. So if you don't get out in the front, once you hit the trail, you're kind of stuck in a bad situation. So you got to get out early.
Now, do you would it be, obviously you're running alone, would like a team like U-High, they're pretty good in cross country, right? Now, do they have more than one kid running, where if you have a 2 or 3 kids from the same school, you can kind of set the pace and maybe block out some of the others? Would that be a strategy that'd be nice to have?
Yeah, that'd be a nice strategy, but I mean, they're going to try that. But the state course, I mean, the people that make it strategically where that's not going to be able to matter and affect me too much.
So I'm stupid at this racing thing, but if there's 200 of you at the starting line getting ready to go, how do they base on where you're at to take off? Is it time-based, or is it you're just all up there in a crowd and go?
It's kind of a huge line, and then you have boxes, and I'll be fine. I'll be in the front of my box due to time, so I'll be fine to take off. And
so you got to watch out. You got to watch out for the other runners as well, so you're not getting tripped up. You know, you've seen that in the past, even during Olympics, where you get a group of guys running and they get feet tangled up, and before you know it, you're on your knees and looking up, and everybody's leaving you. So is that something you have to take in consideration as well?
Yeah, it's something you really have to look at. I mean, there's a lot of elbows and physical stuff going on when you first take off, but it's a cross-country race, and you just got to be prepared.
Yeah, well, I don't even know. I mean, I'm with two bozos here, Blake, and so
well, Blake, sounds like you got your work cut out for you today.
Is Joe runs a bozo? Ryan's a bozo?
Yeah.
Hey, now, hold on, Coach Mason. I've been real nice to you. I've been told you've been running. He complimented you, said you've been doing a good job. So I think you need to ease off the bozos a little bit.
All right, Razel.
Razel, get him up.
We're raising hell all day. Hey, Blake, good luck today. Bring back a medal. And I tell you what, if you're not busy next Saturday, we'd love to have you on the show and talk about your senior experience and any future endeavors that you may have as far as college and future plans.
Tell Coach Mason bring all those seniors out.
Yeah.
There you go. Now it's on her.
All right, cool.
All right, Blake. Run fast and good luck today, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Hey, good luck.
Bye, thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
That's Blake Jones preparing for state cross-country meet. You all right, Joe?
Yeah. There's some funny things said on the show.
Yeah, well, it is comedy.
Wow.
All right, hey, let's take a commercial break. And on break, I'm going to slap a couple of guys around here because they do not contribute whatsoever. Stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats 96.3.
Satriani, baby. Richard Marks, Surfing with the Alien.
Oh, yeah?
If you don't have any Joe Satriani, you do yourself a favor and go out and get
Go out and download it.
Go out and get Surfing with an Alien.
Where do you get that at,
He's
Joe?
a rocker.
Where do you get it?
I have no idea. You've lost me on how you go out on these stores and get things.
Where
do you go?
Where do you go to get your music?
Because you're still in the.
I'll download music, or
You're still in the, what is it, the 8-track?
I like music. I like 8 tracks. Yeah, I would play if I had them. Hey, I'm going to go back to albums. I'm telling you, I'm going to get a turntable.
Oh, yeah? You going to be a DJ?
Yeah, I'm going to stand up and wiggle. I'll do a little thing on this sometime. I'll do a little
I'm
show
looking
about
forward to it.
I still haven't understood all that.
What?
But just
music?
that stuff like that. I mean, you ever been somewhere and just sit around and watch somebody do that, wiggle that record back and forth, and you were bouncing around? Shabadooing.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's called, scratching.
I saw your the head of your fan club this weekend out at Culver's. They had that little thing where you could eat.
Oh, yeah?
Give money back to the charity thing, and I saw Sheely out there, and he had one of your Shabadoo shirts on.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Sheely.
He's in charge of your fan club, he told me.
Yeah, well, it's hard to miss him.
That's funny.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, a whole show about nothing.
Oh,
And
we're
that's
about
a
a
show.
lot of things.
We're about a lot of things, but intelligence isn't
Some
one.
are more difficult to get to than others.
Well, I think we make people feel better about themselves because when
We
they
make them feel smarter.
when they turn the show off, they go, "Wow, we're a lot smarter than those guys."
I am glad we are not them.
We're helping.
But anyway, we got some football going on right now. Some high school football, round 2 of the playoffs.
Round 2.
Joe, you got an agenda there.
I've got a round
You
up
got
here.
some things
Talk
circled?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Talk a little football. I'm going to run through the classes
talk
that
some football.
are close. Just kind of going. We'll start in 3A. You've got Wilmington, Illinois.
Wilmington,
They're going to play Farmington today at Farmington, 2:00.
the Farmers.
Wilmington is. We had an ex-Lincoln Redder coach, Rob Murphy. He's up there. He's head wrestling coach, assistant football coach. Murph's up there. So Wilmington's got a good football team. If they win, they're going to move on. Hopefully, they could get down and play Williamsville
Obviously,
again.
if they win, they're going to move on.
That's who they beat. You have to let me finish sentences.
Well,
But I like jumping in. That's good.
yeah, I'm trying to get
it helps.
today, Junior.
Well, we got plenty of time, pal, because I know you got nothing on your magenta.
Pally.
You're right.
So,
Joe.
It's actually Cayenne, but whatever.
you're
Cyan.
Cayenne.
if Wilmington, can win today and possibly next week, then we could have a showdown, maybe over at Williamsville.
Wait
What?
for it.
Bloomington, who?
Wilmington.
Wilmington.
Wilmington will move down to play Wilmington.
I don't know if you know this or not, but the Joe Ryan took the curse and took it to Bloomington this year.
Yeah.
The who?
The curse.
The curse. So, yeah, the ghost. So, it didn't help.
No.
A
So,
lot has changed in 4
So we
years.
could have a Wilmington-Williamsville matchup.
yeah, and Williamsville is playing Bloomington Central Catholic at home today, and
that'd
that's
be a
20
tough
miles away. My buddy, Riley Jones,
Your
is on
buddy.
that team.
Is
My
he?
buddy's kid, Riley Jones, he's on that team today.
On what team?
He's on the Williamsville team.
Williamsville.
Think about going over and watching that game.
Thinking of. You should.
And that's about it for 3A around here. St. Teresa we really don't follow much, but that's the 3A schools around here. Hopefully we could have a Wilmington-Williamsville showdown, and that's who played each other for a state championship a few years ago, and Wilmington beat Williamsville state championship. Could be a rematch.
Big W being raised that day.
Big W's.
Big
As they
dubs.
move into 4A, our own Jared Shaner is the athletic director over at Dixon High School.
Yep.
Dixon beat Geneseo, who's usually a power, 40-35 last week, and they play, I've never heard of this school, Genoa G. Kingston. You ever heard of that school? And you've been following sports a long time. Never heard of that school.
Lloyd?
Anyway,
Lloyd
they play
has.
at Dixon today. And they're the last bracket of that top half, so they won't have to face Rochester until championship possibly, because Rochester's the top of the next bracket. Rochester buries Fairbury last weekend, and
Well, are we to Rochester right now?
they're going to play Belleville also.
Yeah, a rematch of last year. I went to that game at Belleville last year.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Oh
wasn't
my
it?
gosh, it's one of the best high school football game I've ever seen.
And a cool field. What field they played on somebody's field?
They play
It's all
on
different stripes.
It's a red. It's like a red and gray turf field.
It's not theirs, is
A
it?
college.
Yeah,
No,
some
it's
college,
a
I
college over there. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it just seemed the lighting over there was horrible. It just seemed dark, and I don't know if the field had something to do with that.
I'll tell you what, Hamlin Field's lighting is awesome. I mean, Chuck Lister and all, they got that lighting.
Yeah.
We have a great
It's lit up.
field lit up. A lot of schools don't have that.
Jake, we need to fix the rug here.
That wasn't me.
Will you please move your foot? Move your
Will you
foot.
please move your foot?
I mean, you're putting creases
right
in it.
during the show.
Half off.
No, you won't.
Yeah, that's half off if you get out here now.
He refuses to move his foot.
Rochester
Okay, so
plays
Rochester.
alt off.
Yeah.
Bad lighting. Your feet can get tangled up with other guys' feet.
And then you could be looking up.
And he carrying
It's
on.
not your knees
I mean, you
looking up.
guys. Never. Okay, carry on.
Moving on.
Don't you have some furniture to sell?
Uh,
Whoa, hold on.
Efforting.
I think the phone's ringing.
Yep,
You should go answer
You got to
that.
go. Moving on in 4A at the bottom of the bracket, you've got Effingham is at Highland today. Highland's 10-0 and Effingham 9-1.
That'd be a good one.
So we'll see if they can win. And then
We will see.
our own Jeb Odom's over at Taylorville.
Yeah, a big win last
He's
week.
at Herscher.
All right, make the Apollo.
So if
proud.
those two schools win, Effingham and Taylorville win, then they'll play the following weekend.
That's an
We should be
Apollo
fun. We should
Apollo
have one of the coaches
matchup.
on here.
that would be fun.
You could have had Odom on.
Maybe we
Let's
should go to the
talk
game.
I skipped him this week. I thought we'd see if he wins. We'll have
Oh,
him.
you know he's going to win.
We'll have him on, and we'll also talk to the Effingham head coach. Have them both on, talk
There you
about
go.
big game coming up.
Yep. Talk a little Apollo Conference playoff football.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
5A, we're kind of, area-wise, the top bracket's all Chicago schools. And but then you do dump down into the lower bracket, and you've got Glenwood, who just beat Mahomet Seymour last weekend. They're playing at Country Club Hills today, 5 o'clock. Morton's playing Peoria Richwoods. Richwoods over in the Big 12.
Who's Morton playing?
Peoria Richwoods.
Pure Withwoods. It's hard to
trying to
say,
do
isn't
some
it?
reading
It's
here.
hard, isn't it? It's hard to
And
do.
it's hard to read
It's
it. 'cause I
hard
didn't
on
put
a
my
guy to
glasses
read
on.
from the sheet.
Richwoods
9:37.
Richwoods is at 6-14, but they're good. They're playing at Morton today, and then down below that we've got Washington playing Decatur MacArthur. That's at Washington. So MacArthur jumps in.
Yep.
Those are good games. Richwoods and Morton will be good, and so will Washington MacArthur. I don't know anything about this country club Hillcrest that Glenwood's got to play. And then we move into 6A.
Unprepared.
6A football. Normal West, they've got a good football team, but lost their star running back.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to play New Lenox, Providence Catholic.
They just lose him?
That'll be tough. They lost him 2 weeks.
They're trying to
towards the
find
season.
him. They-
Broke his leg.
Not going to happen. Not going to find him.
Another Big 12 school. Danville, they're still alive.
Danville.
Yeah.
Are they usually decent in football?
I think they
The last few
bounced,
years they came on.
They bounced the Bloomington Purple Raiders from the playoffs.
Yes, they did.
The Poo
Yeah.
Raiders?
Easy for you to say. Now,
See, it's hard talking on air, isn't it, guys?
It's about Bloomington. I mean,
Danville plays LaGrange Park. That's Nazareth Academy. That'll be a tough game for them. And they're up north, so anything could happen. But
Anything
here's
could
some fun.
wait for it.
Some fun.
Marmion Academy is playing SHG today at Marmion.
Mm.
That's home of my buddy Vinny Rainforth. That's where his kid goes to
I
school.
got another buddy. Man, you got a lot of buddies.
Marmion
playing today.
Academy. But if we can get an SHG win, they
Wait
could
for
play
it.
at home next week against Danville. If Danville could get a win, which would be a fun game.
It would.
My
Yeah.
buddy's kid's a kicker on Danville.
You got another buddy.
He'll
You got-
be here for the Turkey Day tournament,
You're a well-liked guy.
being recruited by Michigan
Oh,
as a kicker.
so
He's a big deal.
he's a big
Maybe
deal.
we have him on a show if he comes in.
We
town.
should. Your buddy.
And in 7A, there's only one school left around. The best team we played this year, Normal Community. They beat Downers Grove last week, 42-zip, and they'll play Chicago Mount Carmel today at noon at world-famous Chicago Gailey Stadium.
Mount Carmel, they're a powerhouse.
Normal's a good football team.
Yeah.
They have it all. So there you go. There's your wrap-up. High school football. That was easy for me to do. I got through it in 9 minutes, I think.
Good job, buddy. Proud of you. Shabadoo. thanks
Shabadoo
you.
is out there.
Who's
And
that? I mean, why, Lloyd? Don't you got something to do?
Yeah. Obviously, he's doing it.
I mean, why is this pointing towards me? These are two screwing up, not me.
We enjoy.
I haven't screwed up, and let's bring up something that I thought was kind of entertaining, and you can probably tell me more. Did you go last night? Illinois Eastern
Did you
game?
go?
Well, I had a ticket.
How was it?
I didn't get to go because
What?
of work. I told them I wanted off early.
Where were the
and
seats?
They did not listen to me. Oh, they were right behind the bench. My whole family went. Well, Tammy, and then
Clearly,
the
your
older
job.
niece,
The
Greg.
people at your job do not care about you.
Apparently not, because
Clearly.
I said, "Hey, can I please get off early? Going to the Illinois game," and they said they kind of give me the look that Jim gives us when we want to.
Which means no.
Which
On your
means
knees looking up.
probably not going to happen. So no, they went over to Charleston to the Eastern game. Now, take in mind,
Okay.
it was an exhibition game.
Yep.
Illinois.
Not really game planning.
Are we being serious here? Or
It's tough to carry on a
What are you
conversation
doing?
here.
I mean, he's like a little junior high girl over there laughing. Apparently, I said something. Did I say something stupid again?
No, I believe Jake did.
You asking for the time off.
Oh, what was the question?
Well, we're just going to roll through it, I think.
Just keep going.
Did you?
I don't even wait. Timeout.
You can't go timeout in the middle
Regroup.
of
I don't
play.
even know what we're talking
I'm going
about
to throw a
anymore.
question
That's
out there.
like Lloyd when he pops up to the infield. He yells timeout right off the bat and takes off running for first. I mean,
Was Eastern the favorite last night?
No,
Eastern's good though.
Eastern is good. They're a
Lot of
solid
returning
club.
players.
And what you got to take in mind, Illinois lost. They lost by what, 13?
No, it's horrible.
15. Horrible.
It's a rebuilding
Everybody's
year,
thinking,
guys.
oh crap. You got to take in mind that it's an exhibition game. Illinois probably didn't do a whole lot of game planning for this,
It's a practice.
and they're still. I mean, it's a practice game. There's no gel there.
They're working on their footwork, not
Yeah.
getting tangled up with other guys,
and falling down
falling down.
and looking
Next
up.
thing you know,
You're looking up and the ball's in the hoop. Come on. All right. Anyway, they lost.
It's a hard on the show.
It is. I mean,
oh boy, what you want for that clock over there, Jake?
it doesn't tell time.
It's right twice a day.
Twice a day, I think.
I probably should.
That's more than us.
Yeah, I think it takes one of those big car batteries to operate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Illinois goes down to Charleston. They
Double
lose. Lance Stadium or Fieldhouse or gym, whatever. Place was packed. Lou Henson was in the house.
Lulu.
Does he still live in Champaign or around here?
I'm sure he does.
Oh, if I was him, I'd skedaddle somewhere
Why? He's a
nice and warm.
he's a legend.
Go to the beach.
He's a legend. But yeah, so it is preseason. I think they start their normal preseason next Friday. So for all you Illinois fans, don't panic. We know it's going to be a rough year, just because
It's getting started.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough year. But
Our recruits come next.
recruits are coming. I mean, you got Mark Smith there now. Obviously, he's only a freshman. He's still learning. Then you got AO coming, and I think they're going to be some more big signings.
What can they do
coming up?
What can they do to keep those guys there longer?
Who?
You know what I mean?
The good players?
Yeah. What can you?
Well,
what can they do? What can the NCAA do to make them
think-
stay?
Add 6 and 7 years maybe.
They've tried, and they did do something where you can't come right out of high school.
You only have 4 years.
Yeah.
It's like he's going to try to build a program, which is great. Except for if these guys are good, every time he keeps trying to build and bring somebody in, it's almost like you have to win with the freshmen or sophomores, or you can't win.
I'm telling you right now, if he gets guys that are in and out in 1 year, more than likely
You're gonna get
they're
more.
going to have good wins, and those wins are going to produce more players just like them coming in.
Well,
That's really what you want. You want to funnel to the NFL or NBA if you
you
have.
give me NFL, yeah. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah. But if you could funnel them like Memphis was doing back in the day, Kentucky
does now.
Louisville was doing for a few
I think some
years.
people got in trouble too. Some coaches.
There may have been a little bit of that.
And some colleges.
There's still
I wonder if that had anything to do with it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. I was wondering. I thought college basketball was just better when you had that freshman that you watched, go through and play 4 years, and it was just kind of
You see him grow.
you kind of got to know the team, and it was cool. Just
And
seeing these guys coming in.
Illinois not been known for one of those stopping places.
Sure.
Usually when somebody goes to Illinois, it's for 4 years.
That's true.
We did have Miles Leonard. He was only here a year or two. Now he's in the NBA. I think he left a little early.
He's still in the
He's still in the NBA, but I don't know that Illinois. Obviously, you want that top 5-star athlete, but do they really go out and target those? In the past, obviously not. But
they targeted them. They weren't coming.
Yeah, they weren't coming. But now you're getting the top recruits, and it's key to get. We've said it before. To get the Illinois kids to stay in Illinois, whereas before they're going to Duke, they're going to Kentucky, they're going everywhere but Illinois. The list is long. There's been a lot of high school kids to move on and be very successful in college and in the NBA right now. And and this is a start for them. As last night, that was just kind of a thing. Don't get panicked.
Well, I think this year's going to be a lot like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have some
up down
some moments of greatness where one of your players takes off and has a big night, and maybe we can pull in a couple big wins. But I think for the most part, this is a building season for next year.
Right.
So
and it's they're learning a new system, a new way of play. A lot of young kids on the team, so they don't have that leader right now. They don't have that go-to guy. Somebody's gonna have to step up, take control of this team, and direct these young kids. And it's a long season. We're just getting started. So,
did you interview your brother-in-law after the game to find out what he thought?
I wasn't there.
Well, you
What part
you
of
could
that?
have talked to him since.
He doesn't want to talk to me.
What could he possibly learn from him?
Yeah. I mean, why would he want to talk to me?
Well, I thought maybe for the radio show you'd want to get some insight.
Well, I'm gonna try.
I understand. Why would I ask you a question like that? I mean, what was I thinking?
If they would have won, I would have called him. They just went to Eastern and lost. I'm sure
What was I thinking?
You might need to take another commercial break.
Yeah. You know what? We should. And we're going to.
Yeah.
That's not Joe Satriani.
We're at
Beastie Boys.
Jack's Furnishings. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, you should have continued on with that.
All right, we'll be back after these messages. What is this? Cranberries is what that is. Don't ever play that again, Jim.
Ever.
I mean, we're grown men here. We don't want to hear Cranberries. I mean, we want some Megadeth or some Metallica, or some Joe Satriani.
Yeah, Satch Boogie.
Some Cyndi Lauper, or, you know, stuff like that.
Something you could play on the drums.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to the Cheap Seats. We're at Jake's Furnishings. How
about this year for the Christmas show?
Oh, we're having one?
Yeah.
We have a Christmas party, Jim?
You play
sweet
Little Drummer Boy on the drums.
All right. And
we'll sing.
You'll sing?
Yeah. You play the drums, and the three of us will sing.
Okay. We'll do it.
It'll be a little treat for the fans.
It will be a treat.
Admission free.
For all involved.
Come on, man.
Jake, tell us what's going on today.
Jake, tell us about life.
Let's move some furniture today. Let's tell the listeners, let's give those listeners a deal that they cannot refuse, where they walk in through that door and they're going to walk out with what?
Well, Scotty, we have bedroom outfits.
Boy, and you own a
They're not going to walk out with that today.
Wow, that's great freaking advertising.
It's going to have to be a lamp, something they can cash and carry.
I think I could open up a furniture store. If that's all you got to do.
Anybody can open a furniture store.
Yeah.
Anybody can.
Anybody.
I completely agree. No, what do you want, Scott? We've got almost everything in the store is on sale right now.
I'm just saying.
We've got some added discounts.
It's a dreary day. Nobody's out doing yard work. You might as well come buy some furniture.
Anybody that's listening to this show, if they come in, I'll give them an extra $50 off any marked recliner.
Okay.
Extra $50
and push you
there
into
you go.
things.
How about that?
Do they have to mention the show?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to mention.
How about we give them a password to know?
You have
know a password.
The password is
Satriani.
Shabadoo.
No, we've already used that.
Shabadoo.
No, we've already used that. We got to make it different.
Satriani's good. If somebody comes in here and says Satriani, they should get $50.
Yeah. If you can spell Satriani.
Well, that wouldn't be a problem because I can't spell it.
It's right on his hat.
Nope, still can't get it.
Google it.
How old is that hat? It looks like
it's old.
It needs wash.
Don't ask.
No, it's clean.
Is it?
Barely broken.
Well, your head needs washed.
Lots of new product out here, though.
Speaking of new product, you got some new lights.
Yeah.
Light fixtures. These things are pretty nice.
Yeah, we've got some hanging fixtures. You know, you can attach them to the ceiling there, replace your current chandeliers or whatnot that you have in your house. Maybe put something above the island or the bar you have in your house. Maybe a living room, man cave. Cool. The one that's getting a lot of interest is actually looks like an antique gym light.
Yeah,
which it is pretty cool. I was thinking there's nobody gonna be interested in that. Already got a few entertaining it, and I think we have 2 of them sold. We have some smaller glass style lamps that go over the islands real nice and everything, just to decorate the decor of your house. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, this is something new that I'm jumping into because I feel like Lincoln doesn't really have an outlet for hanging lights. So I thought, we can do it.
How much for that tree?
For you?
No, for Joe. He likes trees.
I do like trees.
He likes hiding behind them and peeing on them.
Camouflage.
Camo.
Joe, you want that tree?
No, I don't need that tree. It's nice.
But we also have new sofas.
And this is a new sofa. You were talking about this off air. It's more firm.
Yeah, well, actually,
it's kind of
changing their game a little bit.
It's
of course they've got everything they've had in stock for a while, which is great looks at great competitive prices.
Jim's looking at his watch.
On top of that, though, we have these new these new sofas like this that sit a little bit deeper. So big boys like you that want to
big
lay
boy
down,
like me, yeah,
want to lay down on your.
It's called a fat man's couch. Then
They want to lay down
just
your
put
sofa?
on their fat man's couch.
Well, yeah.
What about a picture of you sitting in it? That's a good idea.
We're posting that on Facebook before you leave here.
Well, hey, you can do what you want.
As he knocks the crumbs off his shelf.
Ooh, I just got crap all over your fat man couch.
There's something wrong with it.
Does this have Scotch Guard on it?
Nice.
Scott Guard.
Scott Guard. I'm bull because I'm on it. So it's not working.
It's not working.
Any other sports going on that we should talk about? Speaking of sports, junior regular basketball sign-ups are going on right now.
There it is.
There it is. Get on out to the rec, sign your kid up. We got grading next Saturday. Coaches meeting. What's Tuesday?
Just when he thinks he's out,
14th.
they suck him back in.
I'm getting it started for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then Coach Al's going to be like, hey, no, that doesn't work for me.
Coach Al has no say-so.
Oh.
You know who actually I'm helping out?
That's
Abby.
right, Coach. You can,
Abby,
you can call in.
She's still out there, so
737.
we're going to have her on hopefully here in another week or two, and she can tell us what's going on. And she's still out there at the rec, and so
Hard for you to say no, isn't it?
well, I mean, it's for the community. It's for the kids.
You're doing a good job. I'm going to say
Oh,
that
am
right
I?
now. Yeah.
Oh, hey, I got a question. Thinking of doing things for the community and the kids.
No, I'm not doing it.
No. The refereeing out at the football game.
Yeah.
Last Sunday? With Joe? Did Joe show up?
He did not show
He
up.
did not show up. Okay. So he said he was going to show up.
I don't even know the rules of football.
It doesn't matter. They don't either.
Do you know how many of these you get?
Yeah, how many of these do you get? Right here.
I'm telling you right now, I don't even know the rules. Why would they put me
Do
out
you
there?
get 10 of them?
I think they should let parents officiate football games.
Yeah, that would be chaos. There's a lot of parents that think they're officiating over on the sidelines, and then you just laugh because they, as well, don't know the rules of the game. Okay, here's one. Here's a situation. I may have blown this call. This is a tough one.
I may have blown this call.
But okay, but I may have gotten it right, Joe. Here's the scenario.
This entire show.
Here's a scenario, and if any listeners are out there, they know the answer to this. Call in. You got
and
2 minutes.
you'll win something.
Yeah, here's a scenario, okay? Richwoods was in town to play Lincoln last Sunday, okay? Richwoods has the ball. Their quarterback scrambles left, okay? Lincoln goes to tackle him, grabs his face mask, okay? So we throw the flag for the face mask. He's not down. He keeps going. He breaks free. Then he pitches the ball to a running back who then fumbles it, and then Lincoln recovers.
Boy.
What's the call?
Well, I'm turning to somebody else that knows. I'm asking a fan in the crowd.
Face mask.
Here's what I called. I called the face mask on Lincoln, but since it was still a live ball foul, he was not down because of the face mask. He pitched the ball, and Lincoln recovered, so I marked it off 15 from the recovery, 15 yards, and then gave the ball to Lincoln.
I think that's a sensible call.
I would have. And
The only other way is to
keep
call
in
the play,
mind,
though.
I know nothing of it. I would have given it back to the other team, face mask on Lincoln.
Well,
But I don't know. I don't know anything.
Hey, did everybody get mad?
There had to be that.
50-50. Lincoln people loved it. Peoria guys did.
Oh, you're a homer. Let's make no mistake about that.
And we kind of huddled as the officials, and we
were you all like scratching your head and we're like, die.
a little bit, yeah, a little bit. And 3 officials were on board. The other one thought it should go the other way. Well, I trump all,
Sure.
So I make the call. I'm the bad guy out there.
You're the Don.
So that's what I call it. I don't know if it. I'm saying.
You didn't look it up afterwards?
I didn't even know what to look up. I mean, that's just one of those.
Lloyd?
No, I don't know.
Lloyd's on the search.
Well, you've got about 10 seconds.
Oh, he's got.
Hey. There's Employee of the Month just walked in.
Employee of the Month.
There you go.
Named Dave.
All right, fellas. Well, that's
We
going
all
to do
have
it for
Dave.
us today. I'd like to thank
you're
our
not going to
listeners.
give him a chance.
For what?
Oh, that'll
find
take
out if
forever
you're
to figure out.
Jim, look at Jim.
Yeah, let's go. We got things.
He's
to
got
do.
his hand on the mouse and the
it's
volume. That
overtime.
means it's time to go. Congratulations to Dean Colby. He's a big winner of a stuffed Doria pizza, which you will personally deliver to him. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Good luck to Blake Jones today as he's probably running right now.
Go get him, Blake.
What time's that start?
Oh.
We never did ask.
Do not, Blake, do not get your legs tangled
Do not
up.
fall.
Do not get your legs tangled up.
Run fast. Next week, we're going to be live from Joe Ryan, I guess.
Somewhere in this area.
Joe Ryan, I guess. Lincoln regular
Somewhere in
basketball starts Monday. Maybe we can go out to the high
We
school.
got to go out to the high school, maybe
Okay.
talk to your poppy.
We'll see if we can do that,
Hi, puppy.
maybe. Okay. Maybe we're at the high school, getting ready to kick
Wow,
off
that's terrific
another
pass.
season of basketball.
Basketball.
And that's going to do it for us from Jake's Furnishings.
Really? Good day.